allow them time to catch up. Okay. Um, this is going to be a little bit of a mix between a psychic love reading and a psychic spiritual reading, it feels, because the energy that's coming through, it's a little bit like you've got a person in your energy or a partner, etc., etc., and it feels like they're the one that's having their next awakening. Okay, you're kind of I wouldn't necessarily say down the rabbit hole, but you're a few steps ahead, and it feels like there's a bit of an energy of you're wanting to kind of go, come on, grab my hand, let's Peter Pan it out of here, and they're like, I need to study the ship first, right? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position, Ten of Wands, High Priestess, right? Two of Wands in the reverse, right? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. What it feels like is, because I call this the stick or twist card, upright position, not where we want to be yet, going in the right direction. It's in the reverse position, feeling like things have gone off course. Now, when you have a shift, when it comes to an awakening, all those that kind of structure and plan that you had in place, and I just need to side note, I don't feel like this is a level 1 awakening that they're having. I feel like it's like a 2 or 3 job. It's almost like, oh my god, everything's gone. Of course, I had these plans, and now I see things in a completely different light. Can I still do it? Blah 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 blah. So they're in that kind of transitional phase. Ten of Wands is a release card. You've got to allow them time to release this old version of themselves. And in the High Priestess, let Source take over. Okay, let the universe take over, because there's no point making plans yet. Okay, and I don't mean as in like this person's going to run off or anything along those lines. I just feel like they like I said, they need time to settle, allow things to breathe. Okay, remember back when it happened to you. Now, I feel like for this collective, much like myself, you probably had to go through this alone. Okay, so you can't quite get your head around being that support, because when it happened to you, it was literally like bang, get up, run forwards, because we ain't got much choice. For them, they've got a slightly more what I've got in my mind is like somebody falling into a giant pillow, feather pillow. So it's a little bit like they've got a bit more support there because you're there, you've been through it. So just allow them to ease into it. Okay, this is all designed so that they can wake up to who they truly are. Okay, they've started to get hints and clues along the way. Excuse me, but they're not fully stepped into who they are now. What I've got in my mind is it's going to sound a little bit weird, and I'll try and put it into a better vision in a moment, because that's coming through as well. It's like somebody's unzipping their skin and coming out, but not in a kind of gross, skinless fashion. That they're fully clothed, but they're in different clothing. The best way I can describe it is like a Russian doll, Russian nesting doll. So it's like we're taking off the top layer and we're getting the next doll out. Okay, so it's got an energy of that to it. Okay, I'm going to mention it. I'm not sure where this part's going. King of Swords in the reverse, Lovers, Knight of Wands, Moon card. Okay. What this feels like is, and again, this isn't supposed to be a psychic spying reading by any stretch of the imagination. It's a love-based reading, but I feel like these cards are coming out because they're trying to give you clarity to allow you to give this person space. So King of Swords in the reverse, it feels like over time they've had to deal with a lot of narcissistic type people, mentally controlling, mentally abusive. A lot of them have been lovers, but they've been lovers card connections. They've not been Two of Cups connections. Knight of Wands, I feel like this person might be a little bit of a runner. I don't feel like they are going to run off, but I feel like they kind of shut down or kind of mentally or emotionally run off when stuff like this happens. So if you're in a little bit of that energy a bit now, you're like, come on, let's go. You've seen the truth now, let's go. Blah 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 blah. Just give them space and time. Moon card in the reverse, all will become clear as you go forwards. The peace you seek is coming. Four of Wands in the reverse, Four of Swords in the reverse, Two of Pentacles in the reverse, Death card in the upright, 3 of Wands, right? So it feels like what's happening here is that this person with the 4 of Wands, they had some kind of dream. It might have involved you if you're in an actual relationship, but it feels very much a kind of 3D based dream. Okay, it feels a little bit like that they're awake enough to realize that things aren't as they seem, but they've still been structuring, moving forwards, based on a 3D reality. The 4 of Swords in the reverse, they're coming out of a mentally horizontal position to take action to gain clarity, and that in the 2 of Pentacles is going to break this karmic cycle. Once they start to break the karmic cycle, something's going to come in the Death card energy to kind of kill that off, so they can't kind of pull themselves back to the matrix, right? And that is when 3 of Wands, you're going to start pushing forwards. Have faith, have belief, have knowing that everything is as it's supposed to be right now. Okay, this person is in the process of purging and stepping into their divinity. Okay, so just allow them time. Okay, because I feel like for this collective, for you, you were kind of triggered into it, much like I was. For them, it's been a slower process. I'm going to say a softer process, but this stuff's never soft. It's always uncomfortable. It's always, you take childbirth, you take labour, for example, and people talk about it being a beautiful thing. It's traumatic. It's horrific. It's painful. You know what I mean? And that's what we've got to think of awakenings like. Proper awakenings. Okay, this person has navigated so much in their life. It's a wonder that they're still standing, but they are. And you need to remember that. You need to remember how strong this person is, but they're also vulnerable. They've got a very vulnerable, naive side to them, and you've got to allow them a bit of space just to 8 of Pentacles work on themselves and find their alignment. Okay, Temperance card. They are going to get into Queen of Cups energy. They're going to find that balance. They're going to find that love and emotion. 9 of Pentacles, they'll be looking back, realizing all the effort and stuff that they put in is going to pay off. But you need to understand they've had a Tower card.